password which the CargoWise will be providing to you.
Okay.
So these all things will be guided. We will be guiding you in the latter stage also. So right now I am logging to my training system.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Surabhi, we could not access the yesterday's recording.
Yeah, Mithilesh, I know. Actually, what happened? I have sent it to one of my IT person, so he will configure it today. He was on leave, so maybe he will give it tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. So just for an overview, till the time my CargoWise open, just for the overview. Yeah, so yesterday we have discussed about the sales and marketing, how the sales and marketing will start the process, and they will be creating a quotation. So today what I'm going to do, I'm going to link that sales and marketing with the operations module via a quotation. Okay, so for the training test system, you will be directed to the second login. Okay, so I have just entered the second login there. Fine. So yesterday, uh, okay. So for Shubhendu, I just want to tell you that this is a jump screen, which is basically a shortcut. This will show you the recent items, recent modules, and favorites module. These are the modules which I have recently gone through, and we can make any of the module as a favorites by clicking the star. The star will be golden when it will go to the favorites, or you can search any of your module or shipment or any job by clicking over here. Is that okay?
Surbi, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but I see this screen is freezed. So is, is there
uh,
any activity that you are doing on the screen because I cannot see it?
just a second. So let me stop sharing, then share again. Let me know if you can see this screen.
Yeah, I can see it now.
So I'm here at the CargoWise jump, operate, manage, and maintain a screen. Is that visible?
Yeah, it is visible. So this comes after we log in
Yeah, after the
into the
second
system.
login. Yeah,
Okay.
after the second login. Because it's a test system for the production, you need not to have the second login. Okay. So this is a
Okay.
jump screen which I was discussing right now. I was not aware that that screen is not visible to you. So these are the recent items which I have recently have gone through these items, and these are some modules. Okay,
Okay.
and we can make any module or any of the items as favorites by simply clicking at the star which is there at the left. And there is one more feature which is the search. Like any of the module you want to search, you can go to here and you can search. Like suppose I am searching for staff, so it will come here, and you can access your module from here as well.
Okay.
Okay, so fine. So just for the overview, yesterday we have gone through all those sales and marketing. So we are having operate, manage, and maintain. So maintain is basically the admin level of work we used to do, like master data creation, system setup, registry setups, security rights, and all. like it's a kind of administration level work. The next is the manage, where we are having all those accounting modules, sales and marketing, quotations and all. Okay. And the next is the operate. Operate is where all the operations functions work, like warehousing, transport, forwarding, customs, land agency and all. So in detail we will be discussing in the later sessions. So today we are discussing about the process flow. So here yesterday uh, we have made means we have made you all understand about the one-off quote and the quotations. That means one-off quote we will be creating when we are having only one trade lane with some specific, specific requirements. Suppose client has told that I want 120-foot GP container from Chicago to Nava Shiva. So in that case we are going to create one-off quote. Suppose client is telling that I want air as well as sea quotations. So when there are various kind of modes or various kind of trade lanes are involved, then we are going to create quotations. Okay. And that is through sales and marketing process, which we have discussed. It's not finalized, but yes, we have discussed this yesterday. Okay. So now once your salesperson will create the quotation and the quotation is approved, then means the business has won. And like just a second, let me open. uh, yeah. So guys, I am opening here one-off quote which we have created yesterday. Sorry. I have, hello. Yeah, I have not started recording the session. Is it recording? Okay, fine. It's recording. So means this is the one-off quote and it has been approved. Now this quotation is ready for further operations work. Fine. So what I will do, let me approve this. Without this approval, you cannot be able to convert this particular quotation to a booking.
Okay.
Okay. So booking is the first stage of your operations. Okay. It will be the first stage of operations. Like for export, what I think that first of all you get one packing list and invoice from the client or from the salesperson, whosoever is the contact person. Am I right?
Yes.
Fine. So based on that invoice and packing list, and based on what communication you are having from the sales, like okay, this is a Incoterms will be cost and freight and 20-foot GP container, or you can, or suppose salesperson has just sent you a quotation document. So based on that you will be going to create a job in the system. But here in the CargoWise, it has made the job very easy, that it will, from the quotation module, it will move you to the operations module. So what we have to do, or the salesperson have to do, that we will discuss at the later stage, that what job will be done by sales, what job will be done by operations. So this is the convert to booking with code. So what I will do, I will click over here. It will, just a second, let me save this. Okay. Now, so once I will click this, I will be taken to a new page. Okay. So guys, if you can see, this is a new page of booking screen. Okay. Any doubt till here?
No, Surji.
Is it clear now?
Yes. Okay. One question just
Yeah.
wanted to ask is every booking that we are going to make, the quotation has to be there. I mean, the quotation needs to be created before that, or we can make bookings directly as well without quotation.
You can make bookings directly as well. But if you will go through a flow, like if the quotation is there, you need not to again go to the salesperson that please give me the rates here. Or suppose if it is already agreed, like RFQ we are giving to the client for the 6 months validity of the rates. In that case, you can simply go to the booking and you can create the booking.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So this is the first screen where we are having the details. Under this, we are having client, shipper, consignee. So if you can see here, the client, shipper, mode, Incoterms, container count, means whatever information we have entered there in the one-off quote, it has simply came here and it will reduce your work. You know, like you don't have to fill in the information again. Whatever information is there in the one-off quote, it will take you here.
Okay.
Okay. And so here we are having some additional terms. Suppose there is any of the terms which is there in the invoice and you have to mention, and the job you can mention here. It is a free text box given by CargoWise. Otherwise you can keep it blank. The next is the service level. So there are some default service levels have been defined inside the CargoWise. But yes, you can create your own, like the service level. There are certain service levels. See, just a second. These are like default, like door to door or deferred or direct. These are like default, and these are something which I think my colleagues have created some of the service levels. So there are a few service levels which are defined by the system, and if that does not satisfy your your jobs, then we can create the new service levels. Okay. The next we are having the shipper reference. This is also a kind of free text. Here like what we used to do, we used to enter the like invoice number. So we can enter the invoice number or any PO number, like that you can enter here. The next is the description, where you can mention the goods description. Then the marks and numbers, like these all are the data. Means I'm not going to tell all those data entry things, because this is as clear as that marks and numbers. Then here we are having the release type. So at the booking stage, suppose you are getting the invoice and packing list. If you
Repeats.
know, yeah, hello. Yeah. So if you know that the release
Yes.
type will be OBL or it's a Express BL, then you can put here. Otherwise, you can keep it blank.
Okay.
Okay. Similarly, we are having the origin, destination. These all information, if you can see, USCHI, INNSA. So these are UN loco, means unique location code. So all the ports all over the world have been given with these 5-letter codes. You can find it on Google as well. So the first 2 letter is the country code, and the next 3 letters will define the that particular area or port.
Associate.
Yeah. So like Chicago, I think we use mm I think ORD or ORF, like that.
Yes.
Yes.
ORD. ORD.
ORD, yeah. So I have entered Chicago, USCHI. Uh, then here is via. Now, suppose your shipment is going via Singapore, you can put here via Singapore, otherwise, you can keep it blank. Then we are having carrier service level, estimated pickup, pickup required by, estimated delivery, and then delivery required by, transit time, everything is there. Okay, frequency, on board. So whatever information you are having at the booking stage, you can enter here. Fine. The next we are having the good details. Good details are having like number of packages, weights, volumes.
As soon as we have them available.
Sorry. Hello.
No, sir, you can go ahead.
Yeah. So here I'm having the mode FCL. Still, we should put the number of packages because the container is not going to be empty, and the weight and everything we should put here. But if you are not having such information, then you can keep it blank at this stage. Okay. Here's the loose cargo. Suppose instead of mode FCL, it's a LCL or air shipment, then we can put under this loose cargo. Fine. Then we are having job management links, which is the order reference number. So there is one module in the CargoWise, which is the order management. So we can attach any order, or if you don't want to create any job for orders, you just have the order for the reference. So uh, you can put the order reference number here. Fine. The next tab is the additional details, so which is like additional, like these are the sailing, like US, Chicago to Nava Shiva. Now, CargoWise has a very good feature that they are having schedules module inside the CargoWise that will contain all those sailing schedule, means sea shipments, sailing schedule, or air schedules, or yes, they are also linked with the many of the carriers, and through which you can uh, you can check the sailings, and you can import, you can have those sailings. Like suppose if I just a second, let me put here. Here it's a ETD and ETA. ETD means estimated time of departure, and ETA means estimated time of arrival. Okay, so suppose I want this arrival on 28th of March. Okay, so now let's see whether some. So once I will click on import, means import sailing schedules. So I will be taken to this page. Okay, this is a selling schedule page. So here you can enter all those data you are having, and like suppose your client has told that my shipment should be arrived Nava Shiva till the end of March. So let's check whether it's available any. It's okay. There are some of selling schedules. So like so we can select any of them, and then we can import it. Like let me select the CMA CGM, and we will select both the schedules and import it. Okay, now guys, if you can see here, the house bill number, it's automatically generated at this level. So for export shipments, I would like to know that the house bill number are generated or means in your current system, it's being generated automatically or you enter it manually.
No, it generates automatically.
Okay, so you must be having some particular format for that.
Yeah, it's on, it
Fine.
depends on the country to which country
Uh,
shipment is exported.
okay. Okay, fine. So this part, Sudama, you just write down that we have to discuss this part also so that we will make the system ready. Fine. Then we are having here the pickup address, delivery address. So pickup address has been taken from the first screen where the shipper is ACLS, and it has taken from here. And means I think I will be going to introduce those master data creation with you so that you can come to know that under one company you can have a number of address, like the suppose the company is having pickup address from somewhere else, they are having their mailing address somewhere else, so we can create number of addresses within that organization. Okay, similarly, delivery address, this will also come from the consignee details. If we are having the consignee information, we can enter here. Uh, we can do one thing. We can go and we can search like these. This is the three dots. These three dots are everywhere. These three dots are for searching. Okay.
Yes.
So let me search for Navashiva. I will put here the URL. So fine, guys, if you can see here, we got this delivery address from the consignee details. Okay, then at the bottom you can see services. There are a number of services which we can offer or which the client can also means demand. So we can enter such kind of services like fumigation, custom hold, quarantine, unpack, etc., etc. there. Then the next is the reference number. So there are certain reference numbers are there. Suppose if we are if there is something missing, then we can create it from the registry. These can means these can be edited and these can be uh, means something can be added on. Okay. Then here you can see we are having book date. So the system will by default take today's date as book date. Then client required ETA. So when this client require the arrival of their shipment, you can mention here. Then we are having warehouse receipt, interim receipt, CFS reference, booking party. So these all things, if you are having the information at this stage, you can put here. Otherwise, it's not mandatory. Okay. The next tab we are having is custom field. So I think we have discussed yesterday also. So this is something which you want that uh, that this particular box I want it on this on this screen on this booking module, but that screen is not given by CargoWise. So we can define it from workflow and we can have that custom field over here. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Fine. So, see, Shvendu and Dinesh, these all details which I am showing you, I know at the first glance, so many of the screens I am jumping here and there. So, don't worry for that. Today's call is for the process that we are going to discuss. So, everything in detail will be discussed in the latter session. Okay. Next, we are having document selection, where there are certain document you can add these documents to here, and you can generate the documents, or you can remove the documents from here, like that. Then I'm skipping this workflow and tracking as of now, that we will discuss later on. The next is the quote charges. So this is the quote charges, means these are the quotation charges which we have means which our salesperson have delivered to the client. Okay, so it will come as it is over here. You don't have to do anything. Means the operations guy, they don't have to do anything on the billing side. Uh, like they don't have to go to the salesperson to ask, because this is present over here as it has came from one of quote. The next tab is addresses. There are certain addresses which you want to be mentioned. So like I'm what I'm doing here, I'm from my mouse, I'm right click, and then you can see there is add notify party. So we can add notify party, and we can select any organization if there is any notify party. Fine. The next tab is eDocs. So yesterday we have explained that this is the eDocs is a eDocs is a certain tab which is available in all the modules of CargoWise, because its basic aim is to go paperless. And it is very good that your company, whatever system your company is using, that is also following the same culture. So you can dump all your documents over here. Okay. And I know that the export is something which is having a lot of documentation. So it will reduce your work. You will get all those documents in one glance. The next is the notes. Any special instructions or anything if you want to write here so that it could remind you, you can put the notes. Anything if you want, like delivery instruction or anything if you want, you can write over here. You can select here and you can write here. Okay, so this is the screen for booking with quote.
Okay.
So now what I will do, I will save this booking. There are errors. Okay, with the notes I have selected now. Fine. So now the next step will be the most important step for you to decide on the process. So now I have saved this and I got my booking number, which is this S1S, means this is something number, unique number which has been generated. We have customized it as per our convenience, and we will customize in your system as well as per your requirement. Okay, so now we will go to the actions menu, and here you can see that we are having certain actions to be performed, that there is one consolidate. Okay, Then the next is add to existing console or print this booking or convert it to shipment. So now let me explain you what is console and what is shipment. Uh, okay, so just a second, let me write down. So we have converted one of code to booking, and booking is the first stage of your operations. Like we will go to operate forwarding bookings. So bookings I have shown you. Okay. The next we are having consolidation, which was there in the actions tab. The consolidation means whatever the master data you are having, all those information will be there in the consolidation. Okay, means master bill of lading information.
Okay.
Okay, the next we are having the shipments, which was there. So shipments means house bill of lading. So booking is a, you can say booking is a prior image of shipment. So it will display you all those information which is there in the booking. Okay, so either you, there are three things: either you convert booking to the shipment and you keep it with yourself, or you can attach that booking to the existing consolidation. So once you will attach that booking to the existing consolidation, means once you will attach that booking to existing master bill of lading, then that booking will automatically convert it to the shipment. Or you can consolidate it. Means consolidate means from that all information which you have entered in the booking stage, all those information will be consolidate, means they will be going to create a new console, and the booking itself will be converted to the shipment and it will automatically attach. Okay,
So new
so
console means you're talking about LCL. I'm getting confused here.
yeah, just a second, let me show you that so that it will be clear now. So today we have created which one? This one 1015. Yeah, this one. See, this is the FCL. Okay, this is FCL booking we have created.
Yes.
Okay, now I have shown you consolidation and shipment. Consolidation is what
Sorry,
must.
Surbhi, to interrupt
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
This is the, you said that this is the booking.
Hmm.
What do you mean by booking here?
Hmm.
I mean, is this a job that you have created, or what kind of booking is this?
Yeah, so this is the booking which you have received from your client or from the salesperson, that please book my shipment. Okay, or or your client has told that please pick up my shipment from this and this location. So this is that kind of booking. It's not container booking.
Okay.
Okay, it's not container booking. This booking is the prior image of shipment, means prior image of house bill of lading.
Okay.
Okay, any doubt, still any doubt, please let me know, I will clarify that.
Okay. Prior image of shipment, you mean to say,
Means house bill of lading, like this is something which is related to the shipper and consignee. Here, shipper and consignee. Okay, there is no agent is involved as of now.
Okay.
This is between the freight forwarder, means between RTW. RTW has taken invoice and packing list, and based on that invoice and packing list, they have created one booking.
Okay.
Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. Still you are having doubt? Then do tell me.
No, there is no doubt, but this is for export shipment. But for export shipment, we only get the invoice and packing list once, the cargo
Huh.
is loaded, not before that.
Yeah, that is okay. Once the cargo is loaded, means where cargo is loaded? On the
On the
vessel,
container. Yeah, on the container, not on the
inside the
vessel.
container. Okay,
Yeah,
inside the
once we
container.
get the booking
Once the
confirmation
stuffing
from
is done.
liner, yes, then we
Huh.
pull out the container, and once cargo is loaded, we get those documents from the exporter.
Okay, means at the time of custom clearance, you get the information, na?
Yes, for shipment exporting out of USA.
Okay, fine. So you don't place the booking for the container?
We place it with liner. I mean through liner's
Huh.
website.
Through Liner website, yeah.
Yes.
So okay, so you place it through Liner website. I mean, like the first stage you get the invoice and packing list. Okay, the first stage of your operations job for export is that you get the invoice and packing list, and based on that invoice and packing list, you what you do in your system.
No, the first stage is, once booking is confirmed, I mean, once customer agree to the rate and booking, booking is confirmed,
Mm-hmm.
uh, we go ahead and, place booking through Liner's system. And
Hmm.
once Liner
Yeah.
release those booking,
Hmm.
we go ahead and, process other things,
Yeah. You book
like
the
pulling out the container.
containers. Yeah, you book the container and send it for the stuffing, factory stuffing or ICD stuffing like that.
Yes, we request, our trucker or customer's trucker to pull out the container, get it loaded.
Content.
Once it is
Yeah.
loaded, then customer go ahead and send us the documents like commercial invoice, packing list, and other details that is required.
Okay, okay, fine, understood. So you mean to say at initial stage you are not having any documents in your hand. You are just
No,
having the mail confirmation from your salesperson that contact this shipper,
right,
ask them when the cargo is ready and get the pickup done like that.
correct,
Yeah, so that's okay. If you're not having invoice packings, that is okay. Means I thought that at initially you will get that, then but that is okay if you're not having. So this is the basic info. Suppose at that level you must know that whether the shipment is going to be FCL or LCL.
yes, we come to know in the
That's
start
yeah.
itself.
In the start only you will come to know that it's FCL LCL. So okay, so you can put whatever information you are having. You must be having the FCL LCL, you must be having origin destination, and you must be having which carrier you are going to place the booking.
Correct.
Yeah, so that only that information is enough for for saving this booking. So this
Okay,
is the booking between the shipper and the consignee. Okay, it's not with the liner, it's not with the carrier.
okay,
And understood?
yeah, got it.
Okay. Now, here is the actions menu here. Uh, so we are having these three options. So one is consolidate, another is add to existing console, and convert to shipment. So I will show you first the consolidate, that how we consolidate it. So once I will click over here, so you see here, once I click there, I it consolidate. I have clicked on the consolidate, so it has taken me to this window where we are having new console, and at the bottom that booking which we have created has been converted to the shipment with a new shipment ID. So you see, it will save a lot of time of yours. Okay.
Okay.
So here we are having console details. There are certain fields like type of shipment, it's a agent or it's a direct shipment, co-load. What kind of shipment is this? So by default, it has taken agent. Most of the shipments of yours is which kind of shipments are there? Like
With liner directly. I mean,
direct
with,
shipment.
yeah, we have contract with liner and we book with liner.
No, that is okay. Okay, fine. So means house bill is not involved.
Yes, house bill is involved.
Okay, so means that is a agent shipment. Suppose at the destination, your agent will receive your cargo.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is a agent. And then we are having one direct shipment where the house is not involved. Okay, that is on the direct master.
Okay.
Okay, so these are the things and details we will discuss at the latter part when all your ops team will be there, means export team will be there. Then the next is the transport. It has taken C directly from your booking screen. Container mode is FCL. First load is Chicago. Last discharge is Nhava Sheva. Phases is something which we will discuss at the later stage. It's not of use as of now. This is something related to securities. The next part is vessel and voyage. So cargo wise is having by default means default vessels. You need not to create all those vessels. They are having their vessels inside the system. Fine. Then we are having load port discharge, ETD, ETA. So like I will put ETD as at the left side. If you can see, here is the organization where we are having sending agent. So for the export shipment, in 90% cases, RTW is the sending agent. Am I right?
Yes.
And receiving agent will be whosoever is your nominated agent at the destination. Then we are having carrier. Carrier should also populate, but we have not entered anything at the booking, means at that initial level. So it's not coming, but I will put. Then creditor. Okay. And means whosoever is the payable for this master. Then we are having carrier booking reference. So at this stage, you are not having any carrier booking reference. So you can keep it blank. The next step is the routing. Now here you can see we have not selected any vessel, any voyage. So let me check if any vessel. Okay. So here I am selecting any random. No records. So I will select any of the random vessel voyage. So in this way, Means this is not the exact way of creating this routing. We have not discussed about these schedules, so that will be discussing at the latter part of the training session. Okay, now at the bottom you will find all those details about origin, about destination, that which will be the load port, it where from where it will be departed, etd, cto received, cfs received, and everything. Okay, the next part is the container. So like you have not made any booking with the carrier, so you're not having the container number, you just have number of containers you want, and you have that it should be 20 feet gp. I need that. Okay, then the next tab is the packing tab. Packing tab is something where like for each of the shipment, like how many packages and how much the weight and volume. So at the booking stage I have not entered any packages, so it's coming 000 and it has been grayed out. So for that we have to go inside the shipment and we have to enter all those details. Okay, now guys, if you can see at the top we are having electronic messaging. Okay, so from here you can place booking to the carrier directly. So here we are having electronic messaging. Just a second, let me see. Okay. So now I have saved that, and just a second, yeah. Okay, so once I will save it, I will get one console number here. Now at the top, we are having electronic messaging from where you can directly place the booking. But before placing the booking, I would recommend that if we can enter the number of packages and approximate weight, shipment, this, and electronic messaging, carrier, and booking request. So this page will be open. Here you have to enter, means these all details are coming from the job level. But if you want to do some changes or if you want to write anything, then you can enter the details from here. Once everything is done, you just have to deliver the document and you will be notified that yes, this booking has been accepted or rejected. Or you can come at the events level, and at the events you can check that okay, my booking is accepted or rejected, or whatever is the outcome. So cargo wise, most of the carriers are linked with the cargo wise, and with the intra, GT Nexus, Cargo Smart. Okay, is it clear for everyone?
Yes, Surbhi. So far, so good.
Okay, so like this way, I means I think I am able to make you understand that what is the difference between the shipment booking and the carrier booking.
Yes.
So in the latter part, it will be easy for you to understand that okay, this will be sometimes it will be in your mind that okay, Surbhi has explained that is something which is the booking of between the shipper and the forwarder, and this booking is the carrier booking, container booking. Okay, now so this is the one part, and my shipment is already created from the booking screen. So I will double click here. And this is my shipment screen. So many of the data is coming from the booking level. And many of the data are coming by default from the registry settings as well. So guys, if you can see this screen, there are so many of the columns. So suppose if any of the columns you don't want here, so that can also be done. We can minimize the column via, there is one feature in the CargoWise where we can hide some of the columns. Okay. So this is the basic registration screen. Here the mode is C container FCL, and it's a standard house. There are certain kind of house master there, like buyer consolidation, assembly master, third party ownership house. So for every house, the screen, there is a bit different screen. Fine. So here we are having shipper, consignee, and based on the Incoterms, the local client has taken as per the shipper. And if you can see here, we are having job management links, which is very much similar to what we have seen there in the booking, at the booking screen. Okay, order reference. The next we are having additional detail. This is the screen where you are having the consolidation details. You are having weight, volume, notify party. These are the freight rates. So most of your BLs, I think they are non-rated BLs only.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you can see here, we are having services, reference numbers. So whatsoever information you want to enter, you can enter over here. Suppose this particular shipment requires any fumigation, so you can book your date for the fumigation and contractor name and all. The next is the routing screen, which is taken from consolidation level. Now, at the shipment level, if you want, suppose from Nhava Sheva, my shipment means this shipment wants to travel from Nhava Sheva to New Delhi. So in that case, and that is something which will be done at the house level, means that is something which we have not agreed with the carrier. Okay, so in that case you can enter here Delhi, you can remove it and you can enter here Delhi, and you can mention the routing as in the next tab you can enter the routing. Suppose it's via road because there is no sea in New Delhi. So you can enter here the details, and here from Nhava Sheva to New Delhi, estimated departure date and estimated arrival date. The next we are having related shipments. I have shown you a glimpse of the type of shipments, like we are having a standard house or co-load master, buyer consolidation or assembly master. So like in these case, there are certain number of shipments under one master. like under one MBL, there may be 10 shipments. So in that case, we can use assembly master. So for that, you can uh, have like 10 of the shipments over here, and you can make one shipment as the lead shipment, as a master shipment, and that will come under the related shipments.
So you mean to say under one master BL there are multiple
Yeah,
house BLs?
yeah. Maybe means sometimes it's this is also a case that under one master bill of lading there are 10 house bill of lading.
Okay.
So in that case, so that is also one of the case which we will be discussing. Okay.
Yeah.
The next part we are having packing. So packing tab is if you can see, the reference is consolidation. Then we are having container. If you will put container number at the console level, it will come here. And then for one container, for this particular container, number of packages. So this tab is something which will define your packing, that how the packing is done within the container. Okay.
Hmm.
And below that, these are the information which you can put for, like if it's a general cargo, then it's okay. If it has cargo, then you can put all those DZ class and contact details, everything like that. Then the next is the pickup. Pickup details are there. It has taken by default that pickup from. Now if you are having pickup means if you are having pickup of the cargo from shipper premises, then you can put which will what will be your pickup transport company, and all those other details, that when the pickup is required, and all those details. Okay. Similarly, we are having that for delivery. Then I will not go for workflow tracking, electronic messaging, inbound. The next we are having here billing. Okay, so if you will see from one of quote, under the quote page, we were having the same screen. From booking also, under the quote charges, we were having this screen, and here it came to the billing. So it will reduce your work. It will reduce your coordination with the salesperson, that okay, this is the agreed amount. And suppose if you are having a certain other uh, a certain other expenses, then you can book here the expenses. So we can add on other charges as and when we will receive the other cost or other revenues. The next tab is addresses. So if you can see what I did, I clicked the right click of the mouse, and then here I'm having add notify party, add notify party to. There are these all details we can enter at the addresses level. The next we are having export declaration. So, okay, fine. My company is not registered as a declaration as a broker, so it's not allowing me. But yes, we can create the custom declaration from this screen only, and the custom declaration will also be taking most of the data from your shipment. So if you will see the chain, that from quotation to operations, this is the chain. But Yes, somebody has asked initially that is it compulsory? It's not at all compulsory that from quotation only you will be creating booking. You can create the booking by going to the job. So there will be 2 to 3 processes that you have to decide, and there will be some, some kind of scenario that you have to decide that in which scenario what process we will be taking. Fine.
Okay.
Now I'm going to save this. Now there are the documents. Okay, like house bill of lading or just a second. Yeah. If you can see here, there are certain documents like booking confirmation. If you want to give booking confirmation to your client, you can give. And like just a second. Yeah. Here we are having bill of lading, which is house bill of lading. So I will click over here and house bill of lading will be created. So this is my test system. Here the logo will be there, and if the any notify party, then we have to put here notify party, and all those information which we have entered inside the job, it will come here. These are the terms and conditions. And yes, you can also, you can customize any of the documents if you want. What are the documents you are using for
The house
export
bill of
shipment?
lading that we release to the customer.
Hmm. House bill of lading. And apart from house bill of lading,
There is no other document. Only house bill of lading is what we send to our customer.
okay, so first of all you were sending the draft. Once that is approved, then you release
Correct.
CWA bill. And
Yes.
most of the cases, what is like, is it express bill of lading or mm, it's original?
It depends. Sometime original, sometime express.
Okay, it's a mix and match, no? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. One more thing, that there are so many screens which may be not for your use. So we can, we can remove this screen via workflow method. So that is also something which we will require from you people before giving training and before making your system ready. So these all are the information. So this will be the one process, like coming from one of code. Okay. The next process will be that directly going to the booking and creating a booking based on any RFQ your client, means based on any RFQ your salesperson has given to the client.
Okay.
Okay. And yes, at that level also you can auto rate, means uh, you can have all those revenue charges at the booking level by clicking a single tab, means a single click at the booking level. So that will be the second scenario. The third scenario is that, like, uh, but the third scenario which I was thinking, I don't think it will go with you, because you are telling that you are receiving the booking, means you are receiving the information from your salesperson.
Yes, only the client information, and then we coordinate with client, and client provide us the
Yeah,
details about their shipment.
yeah, fine. So means like you are not doing any pre-booking to the carrier, that you are not booking any container with the carrier, because there are certain damage also, detention charges also, if you will pre-book. And if you are not having any cargo and you will keep it like that, then that will also take I think detention charges. So you are not following that part. You're not pre-booking any container with the carrier.
Based on the forecast that we receive from the customer, we do make
Hmm.
bookings in
Based
advance.
on the forecast, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, means like my shipment is coming this Friday. You can place the booking for like from if it is nearby the port, then it should be 4 to 5 days for custom clearance and all. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So any doubt till here?
No, as of now, no.
Okay. So fine. So Mithilesh and Shubhendu, what I will do, I will be creating the process flow. Like one is the that one-off quote through one-off quote. The other will be through directly from the booking, and the yeah, directly from the booking. So these two process flow I will be going to create. Rajesh sir has also joined. Rajesh sir, do you want to add something? I think Rajesh sir is on mute.
From my side, Surbi, I
Yeah.
was completely off today. I mean, there's so many things going on that I've hardly paid attention. Please send the recording because I really need to relook it and ask questions if any. But I think Dinesh and Shubhendu were the right people to be in the call because they are the ones who are going to take most of the calls. But excuse me for not being so attentive today.
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. Means basically it's a process flow discussion. I know for the first time for the new viewers, there are so many screens. We have to jump here, jump there. It's quite, it's quite tedious kind of, but it's my job to show you all those stuffs. So I will be sending you that process flow for the PPT. Okay, and then you can decide. Also, I will send the recording, and yes, once the process flow I will send, we can have another session for any of the confusion.
No
Is that
problem.
okay?
Yeah, Surbi, that would help, once you give the
Hmm.
process on the PPT,
Yeah.
which how the information flow goes, and
Hmm.
then we'll
And
able
what?
to decide which process suits our
Hmm.
requirement.
Yeah, like what is the scenario and what is this process flow? This is one process, this is second process. Now you decide
Yeah,
that which process you will go. Yeah,
exactly.
definitely. I will provide this. I hope till this Saturday I can provide all those PPT which we have discussed even yesterday, today.
Surbi,
Raz,
uh,
yeah.
you need to discuss, you need to create a working, the chart, the Gantt chart, you need to update and escalate what is completed, what is not completed, all those things like, okay, where you stand on the projects.
Yeah,
So,
Ras sir, I have prepared. I have not shared with Mithilesh. I will be sharing with the Mithilesh that I have prepared the Gantt chart for blueprint creation. That when the meeting is started and when we will
no,
be
even
discussing
the
about.
meeting has started, but there are a lot of discussions going on. But we need to also monitor that where we have decisions has been taken by the company. There are
Hmm,
a lot of decisions to be taken by Mithilesh and the company. Okay, decisions on company creation, decisions on charge code, decisions on what should be the job number, decision. All
hmm,
this has
hmm.
to be, this all need to be highlighted, and it should be taken up and should be documented. All those things. So discussion is fine. I'm more worried on the decisions. So decisions should not delay. Okay, because
Okay,
if the decisions get delayed, the whole project will get delayed. So you
okay.
need to you need to keep updated, Mithlesh, that
Mm-hmm.
all these elements are the decision making that you need to decide and come back to us very fast. Okay, that should not be any delay process on those. So maybe
Okay.
you can keep a track of it, and if there's a delay, then you can escalate those that it's getting delayed as per the schedule.
So, Raja, for sales, we are already pondering onto it. And once Surbhi is able to give me the access of the recording that we did yesterday's session, I'll circulate to my sales team, and I'm planning to take a decision on the model by Friday latest, so that we close the sales thing on Friday, and export and imports also early next week. We will make the decision once we are through with this.
And then, Sudama, you send all the templates, okay? Send all the templates of the charts code, system generated charts code, send a template of the GL, system generated GL, okay? Send a template of the organization master, which need to be uploaded. Send the template of the opening balance, send all the templates to them, because this is something which they should know prior that this information need to be provided by them.
Okay, sir.
And this also be documented. Don't send in the mail. You are sending in the mail, I can see, but you need to highlight and keep a track record and keep Mithlesh updated that these templates need to be sent to us after completing.
Okay, sir.
And you will get the user details in today from my side. I have got most of the responses, collating everything, and by end of the day, I'll send you the user detail. And my unfortunately, my IT guy, the IT head, is down with cold and fever. So I think tomorrow onwards, he should be able to start working with Sudama on setting up all the other things.
Noted.
Okay, I think you need to make a detailed chart so to keep a track of all those things. Like I can tell you like this. I'm just showing you a PPT. Just hold on. You can see the PPT, no?
Yes.
So like this, you can keep a track, okay? Then plan action, okay, sent by SFL, received by RTW. And is it completed or not? Okay.
Okay, sir.
So that we give you a very clear visibility where we stand on the project. Mithlesh, will this be fine to you?
Yeah. Everything to remind me is fine.
Yeah. So.
And Sudama, be as aggressive as possible in sending reminders to us if we are feeling short of anywhere. I mean, that's for Raja and Survi as well.
Fine. So, Mithlesh, if you have time, then can we have a quick discussion on certain things
Okay,
after this?
we can do that.
Okay, so fine, guys. I will send you that process flow presentation, and if we want to meet again, then definitely I'm available to discuss.
Yes, sure, Surbi. You send those PPTs of the processes, then we can, have a discussion, and we'll come up with our decision which one to choose out of those.
Yeah. Okay. Fine, then Rasa, you want to add anything?
No, I just want that everything to be documented and all track. Okay, we should keep a track of all this when we send the template and when we are receiving those information back from the company, from the RTW. Okay, that from Mithlesh. And if there's a delay, we should highlight those things. It's been delayed and all. So
Okay. Fine.
apart from your Gantt chart update. Okay.
Yeah. I will do that. Okay then. Thank you everyone for joining today's call. And
Thank you, Surdeep.
okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank
Subi.
you.
All right.